So you know how one of my hobbies is to do ridiculous, over-the-top, extravagant research into food? Well, thanks to IKEA, I'm on a big Swedish meatball kick lately. So I've come to Sweden, so I can research these tasty little meaty treats. And apparently, historically, meatballs were first mentioned in a cookbook back in Roman times in 25 AD by some guy named Marcus Gavius Apicius. So I'm going to see how they've progressed and how Sweden has brought them to the world. It is an oft-whispered rumor in IKEAs around the world that Sweden is a land so plentiful with meatballs that one can withdraw them from ATMs. One cannot. One can just get beautiful, though incredibly expensive currency. No meatballs. I'm now in Tortuga in search of... apparently Bill, my incredibly clever production manager, has reminded me that Tortuga is a warm island in the Caribbean. This is Lilletorg, a incredibly rainy square in Sweden. Also, interestingly, devoid of Swedish meatballs. The meatball is such an intrinsic part of Sweden's national identity, their character, even their industry, that the symbol for Volvo, the most Swedish of all vehicles, is actually based on the shape of a perfect meatball. We have searched for meatballs in Malmö's town square. We have not found them, but we did find a strange statue with, a scepter and a monkey and some ram's heads for little or no apparent reason. But no meatballs. Distinctively meatball-shaped in distinctively Swedish weather, but it is an egg, not to be confused with a meatball.
Having searched for hours without finding a meatball, Chris felt that all hope was lost. And then he found some.
It's a little-known fact, mostly because I've just made it up, that Sweden has more Burger Kings per person than any other country in the world. So you would think that they would have some sort of special Burger King meatball menu item. They do not. Burger King, no Swedish meatballs. We also looked for them in Wayne's coffee shop. Product placement, but couldn't find any here, mostly because it's a coffee shop. An intriguing fountain somewhere in Sweden, perhaps flavored meatball juice? No, not even Diet Coke, just water. Having spent a full day scouring the beautiful kingdom of Sweden for meatballs, we have come up with nary a meatball. And a local Swede finally explained to us that they're actually far more popular outside of Sweden, because back in prehistorical times, and even more recently, not that many cows in Sweden, and so it was a delicacy. So the immigrants from Sweden went to America, a land filled with milk and honey and cows to make all the milk, and bees, apparently, but that has nothing to do with meatballs. There they could have them all the time, so they gorged themselves on meatballs. So the Swedes liked meatballs because they could have them, and now they're popular again. There you go, food mystery solved that you never even knew was a mystery. Thanks for playing.